What if the Big Bang wasn't the true beginning? What if our universe has been here before, expanding, collapsing, and being reborn in an endless cosmic rhythm? When astronomers aimed the James Webb Space Telescope at the oldest light in existence, they expected to see faint, chaotic newborn galaxies. Instead, Webb revealed something no one anticipated: fully formed, mature galaxies that seem older than the universe itself. These mysterious objects shining from the edge of time have forced scientists to ask an unthinkable question. What if the Big Bang wasn't the birth of the universe, but just its latest heartbeat? Every photon the Webb telescope captures lets us see deep into the past. It was designed to peer back to the dawn of light, but Webb detected enormous galaxies that shouldn't exist so early. Their redshifts place them near 13.6 billion years ago, yet their size suggests they are much older. Scientists call them impossible galaxies, as their existence challenges the timeline of creation. If the Big Bang was midnight on a 24-hour clock, the first galaxies shouldn't form until 3:00 a.m., but Webb is spotting mature systems just minutes after midnight. The galaxies are real, massive, and ancient beyond reason. If the universe is 13.8 billion years old, how can galaxies appear even older? Some scientists call them impossible galaxies. Others describe them as ghosts from before time. Whatever the name, one thing is clear: these discoveries are challenging the very timeline of creation. To picture the problem, imagine the universe as a 24-hour clock. If the Big Bang happened at midnight, the first stars shouldn't form until around 1:00 a.m., and galaxies should start clustering by 3:00 a.m. But Webb seems to be spotting large, mature systems just minutes after midnight. At first, many thought the data was flawed. Perhaps the redshifts were wrong, or dust had distorted the light. Yet after every recalculation, the results held. The galaxies are real, massive, and ancient beyond reason. That's when theories began to shift. In 2023, Professor Rajendra Gupta from the University of Ottawa proposed a bold idea that might explain these impossible galaxies without breaking physics. He suggested that the universe isn't 13.8 billion years old, but closer to 26.7 billion. According to his model, the cosmos didn't emerge from a single moment of creation. It evolved through cycles of expansion and transformation. The Big Bang, in this view, wasn't the beginning of everything, but simply the most recent rebirth in a continuing sequence. Gupta revisited Einstein's general relativity equations and merged them with the tired light hypothesis. the notion that photons gradually lose energy over time, not only through cosmic expansion, but also via interactions with matter and gravity. Under this framework, the early galaxies finally made sense. There was enough time for them to grow, evolve, and shine. If true, Webb's discoveries might be the first evidence that our universe is far older than we've imagined, and that it may have existed before the Big Bang itself. Einstein's equations allow for expansion and contraction. A century ago, Alexander Friedmann showed the universe could reverse course in a big crunch. Some cosmologists proposed this collapse could ignite another Big Bang, creating a cyclical universe. In this picture, time isn't a straight line, it's a loop. Each cycle leaves faint traces, ghosts of past universes embedded in the cosmic background. What if Webb's strange galaxies are those ghosts? Survivors from a previous cosmic cycle, still glowing faintly through the haze of a new universe. If so, our cosmos might not be a one-time event, but part of an eternal continuum. Einstein's dream of a universe without beginning or end. The evidence deepens when we study these galaxies' chemistry. Webb detected elements heavier than helium, oxygen, carbon, even iron, materials that require several generations of stars to form. That means by the time Webb saw them, these galaxies had already lived through multiple stellar lifetimes. Such complexity shouldn't exist so soon after the supposed birth of the universe. Either star formation happened far faster than our models predict, or these galaxies began long before the Big Bang, surviving from an earlier era. Of course, not everyone agrees. Some researchers argue the data could still fit standard cosmology if we adjust certain assumptions. Perhaps dark matter clumped more efficiently, or cosmic dust made the galaxies appear older than they are. But with every new deep field image, Webb finds even more massive galaxies at even earlier times. The pattern keeps growing, and so does the need for new physics. This mystery brings us back to Einstein once more. He once introduced the cosmological constant, a form of repulsive energy meant to balance gravity and keep the universe stable. Decades later, scientists discovered that cosmic expansion is actually accelerating, powered by what we now call dark energy. But what if dark energy is the key to the cosmic cycle? When space-time stretches too far, dark energy might reach a critical point, tearing the fabric of the universe apart and triggering a new expansion, a rebirth. If true, Webb's galaxies could lie at the boundary where one universe ended and the next began. Imagine a previous cosmos collapsing into pure energy, then rebounding in a new explosion, a new universe carrying fragments of the old. That ancient light, finally reaching Webb's mirrors, could be billions of years older than our own universe, ghosts of a previous creation. Webb's data also suggests that space doesn't expand perfectly evenly. Tiny anomalies in galaxy clustering and light bending hint at leftover structures, echoes of earlier cosmic cycles. If proven, it would mean we're literally surrounded by evidence of past universes. And perhaps that's why the laws of physics seem so finely balanced for life, not by random chance, but through endless cosmic repetition, refining itself over billions of cycles. Of course, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. Scientists will continue to analyze Webb's data, testing every alternative explanation. But even skeptics admit that Webb has already transformed our understanding of cosmic history. For the first time, we may be glimpsing not just the beginning of structure, but the remnants of universes before our own. It's almost poetic. Einstein long dreamed of a timeless cosmos, eternal and self-consistent. The discovery of cosmic expansion seemed to shatter that idea. And yet, a century later, the James Webb Space Telescope might be revealing that he was right in spirit. The universe may indeed be timeless, expanding and renewing itself endlessly. Perhaps the cosmos doesn't begin or end, it simply breathes. Each cycle adds complexity, leaving behind the seeds for life, stars, and thought itself. When you look up at the night sky, remember, the light that reaches you might have begun its journey not just before Earth existed, but before this universe was even born. That light is memory, ancient, cyclical, eternal. So, what do you think? Are Webb's ancient galaxies proof that the universe has lived through many cycles? Are we witnessing evidence of a cosmos far older than we ever imagined? Because the deeper we look into the universe, the more it seems we're not witnessing the beginning of everything, but the continuation of something eternal.